Welcome. Today we'll be working with a prepped and sanded and painted white 40-ounce mug from Craft Haven. I will be using the sunflower vinyl from BAMFCustomcreations, and I'll link the name in the description box below. I'm going to cut the white border off that's around the vinyl, and then what I'll be doing is I'm going to be using this fantastic hack that Trina from Diamonds and Dust came up with. It is the best ever. I have difficulty when it comes to painting or glittering my tumbler. I always seem to either get paint or glue or something on top of the vinyl and try and rub it off, and sometimes I take the pattern away on the vinyl. But anyway, you're going to see here I'm going to be laying down this clear contact paper, and I'll put a little bit on, and then I'll use my vinyl squeegee to push the rest of the contact paper on the vinyl. And you should make sure that there's no wrinkles in this contact paper or bubbles. I have found that if there are wrinkles or bubbles, when you go to apply your template that you've cut onto your cup, sometimes it doesn't seem to lay flat if there's bubbles or wrinkles in there on top of there. And you're also going to be putting your transfer tape on here as well. So what I do is I load this in my cutter and I cut the template, and once the template's done, I just check to make sure that it's going all the way through both of the levels and of the transfer tape, not the transfer tape, the contact paper and the vinyl. I usually push it through twice, and I try not to use a heavy force on it, because sometimes I tend to do too much force and the vinyl comes up and it wraps around the rollers and it makes a mess. But anyway, I've peeled the pattern away, the excess away, and I'm going to go ahead and line this up as best I can. I like to try and get the seam under the handle, but I'm going to do a straight line on there so I can try and line it up. And then once I get this pattern on, I think it took me 2 tries to get the pattern on. Once I get that pattern on and line it up, what is going to happen is you have to try and you have to make sure that the transfer tape and the contact paper is lifted up when you connect the seams together. Now, believe me, I've done this. I didn't do that, and I glued and glittered, and then when I went to go pull it up, it came apart because the glue was underneath, and it really distorted the whole look of what I was trying to do. So here I am, just lining up the vinyl and making sure that it's equal. I don't have too much on the top or too much on the bottom, the pattern. And then I'll go ahead and do the hinge method. And I like to start with my fingers just to try and smooth it off, and then when I'm comfortable, I'll get my big squeegee out and I'll push the rest of the vinyl on the cup. Got this cute template from Rebecca S. Scott, Everything Tumbler Tutorials, and I don't remember if I paid for it or it was something that she designed and it was free, but I'll link the video in the description box below. But I like this pattern. It's really cute, the template. I've done like 2 or 3 different cups with it. I've actually done a water bottle. I just like the way it looks. So here I am making sure I peel away the transfer tape and the contact paper when I cut around, and I try to put the seam under the handle, but it doesn't always work. I'll just cut the excess, I'll cut around the handle and attach those 2 together. Once I have the template on, I'm going to go ahead and paint this tumbler a yellow. I got this neon yellow from Pop of Color, and I really was not happy with the way it looked. It wasn't what I was going for. It has nothing to do with the paint itself. It was thin, but I was just looking for, more of a, mustard color, because the glitter that I chose was more a neon. So I wanted to try and tone it down a little bit to match the sunflowers. So I think I put 2 coats on here, and then I found a metallic paint from Arteza. That was really what I was looking for. So after I finished the 2 coats, I decided to put this paint from Arteza on, and what a difference it made. You'll see once I apply it that it went on thick too, so I like that. That way I only had to do 1 coat of that. But you can see here how sloppy I'm being when I'm putting the paint on and I'm getting up in those little crevices, and that's because the vinyl is protected by the contact paper. So unfortunately, after I painted this and it dried, my camera cut out. But this is the glitter that I used. It's from the glitter guy. It's Sun Glow. And with that darker color underneath, it came out really pretty. And I ended up putting 3 coats of epoxy on Flynn Sisters Fast Set and then the regular epoxy. But here's the finished product. And I really like the way the glitter color came out with that darker color underneath. So I hope you enjoyed the video. All my materials will be listed and linked in the description box below. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.